Sugar Pepper Press, and I wanted to show you this quick video tutorial, screen recording thing on altering some of the pages that you may get from me. There's a lot that you can do with it, of course, like physically once you print them out, but there's stuff that you can do to them before you print them out, and I want to go through that and show you some of the things. So if you're working with a landscape page, you will, this is Canva. This is Canva Pro, but everything I'm going to show you today, you can do on the free version of Canva. And so let's get into it. You're going to go up here to the top where the home, there's a little home button here, and you would just hit the plus button, and you want a custom size. And you want to make sure you change this to inches or whatever your measurement is before you actually type anything in, or then you have to go back and do it again. So the width that we want for a landscape page is 11 by height 8.5. And then you're going to create a new design. So it's going to open you up to a blank page. And I've got a couple of pages here that I'm going to show you. So what you're going to do is you can go to upload, and then you can pick from there, or you can open up this upload section and then go to the pages that you want to do, and you can just drag them in here like this. And I'm going to start off with showing you this first one. So this first one is a junk journal page. I've made it with low opacity. You are actually going to be able to get these in my freebie cupboard. I will put those in there today. And I made them so that I could show you this example, but I'm thinking about adding those to my regular line of products. When you want to fill the page on Canva, all you have to do is when it pops in there, Canva is a little bit weird, and it's why I don't create all of my products in there. It tends to bring down the resolution just a hair. Now, if you save it out in a large file, if you save a transparent PNG at 1.65%, you actually get a full-size image. But it is probably not enough to be able to tell when you print, because I've printed from there without problems. And again, I just prefer to create in Photoshop and Adobe Illustrator, but I do use Canva for certain things. It's very easy to format. So when you draw it in, it's going to come in at this size. I don't know why it does that. This is the exact same size of images. But all you need to do is you can do right click, and you can set image as background, and that fills up your entire page. Another way that you can do it is that you can have your image here, go to the corner, and you can click Option. I think on a PC it's Alt, but I don't know that for sure. I just know I have a Mac and this does it. So if you hit Option and then you drag while holding it, you can pull all the corners at the same time. So there's two different ways that you can get it to fit. So on this page, I've had some requests for a various size of lines, and I like to create my lines between 0.25 from each other and 0.35. I went back and looked at some of my lines that I was using, and they were a little bit wide. So I have made some new ones, and I will probably be working with those for the future. Again, that's in Photoshop. But so what I would do here is you can go up to elements, and you would just search in your elements. You can just search line. I happen to have one up, so I'm just going to plop that right there. Now I like to change the color here. I don't like stark black always. I hit Option, so I'm just going to drag this over here and do that. Okay, so you can change your stroke color right here. I like a 2B is the hex code, and it's like a dark charcoal gray. So I've changed that. Now this is a little thick for me, and lines come in on Canva at 4 pixels. I like a 2 to 3 pixel on Canva. That it is not the same. The number, I don't know why, But on Canva, the pixel count is not the exact same as Photoshop. But a 2 pixel line here is pretty good. In Photoshop, I like a 3 pixel line, but they end up about the same. So it just gives you an idea of what we're dealing with. Now, what I would do here is I would know that this height is 8.5 inches. So I would take 8.5 on my calculator. I would say I want 0.25 inches between each line. And that's if you want to go from top to bottom. And that would give you 34 lines. If you don't want to start at the very top, you can take your mouse, drag from this ruler section. And if you don't have the rulers on, you can go to settings, show rulers and guides. This right here says you hit Shift and R. I'm just going to tell you it doesn't work. At least on my computer, it doesn't work. So I would just drag this to about right here. And then I would drag this to about right here. And then I would take a measurement here. Now, there's not that I know of, there's not a ruler that you can drag. So what you can do is take a square, put it where you want it, drag it down, go here to your 3 dots or over here to position and hit layer. So, no, I just go to position. And I'm going to go to arrange, and that is going to show me what my height is right here. So my height with this box in between these 2 lines is 6.78 inches. So if I wanted my lines to fit in that way, I would go 6.78 inches divided by 0.25 inches, and that's 27.12 lines. Now, I'm just going to make 27. So I'm going to delete this. I've got my, if you zoom in here, you can see your line here. And you can do, on Canva, you can do Command D. On Photoshop, it's Command J, and this duplicates. So we want to highlight. Let's make sure we're on our line. And I just did position, layers, got to the line. And I'm going to hit Command D. And how many did I say? 27. Okay. So I'm going to hit it 26 times. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay. Now I've got that. So my top one over in my layers panel here is the bottom one here. I'm just going to take that, drag it down here to where I put my little ruler line, purple line. Now it's in place. It's in line with the one above it. I'm just going to grab all of these. I'm hitting Shift and clicking. And then I'm just right click, space evenly, tidy up. It moves it over, and then I can just move it into place here. Okay, and now I'm going to make a group of those. So I'm going to right click, group, or Command G. Okay, or Control. Okay, so now I have my group of lines. If you want less lines than this, all you have to do is either change how much spacing you want in yours, or you can just pop in here and delete a couple of these. I'll start off by deleting, let's delete 4. Then I'm just going to highlight my lines again. I'm just dragging over. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to space evenly. And because I didn't take ones out of the top or bottom, it's going to space it between the top and the bottom. So I'm going to hit tidy up, and now I have that. Okay? So, and I'm going to group those. So I'm just going to highlight, group, and sometimes that'll pop up like here. And I'm going to Command D and just drag it over here. So now I have 2 sets of lines, and I can just drag these off. And then I would hit Share, Download. I want to do a JPEG, or if you prefer PDF, you can do that. And on the JPEG, I would just drag it up here to the highest quality that it can do. and I'm going to hit download. And so I'm just going to give you an idea of what I'm talking about with Canva. And so I'm just going to call this lined page. I'm going to hit show in Finder, and I'm going to right click and open it with Photoshop. And so in Photoshop, I'm going to hit Option Command. Oh, I don't want to save it. Option Command I. And you can see right here. So you know what I saved it out as, which was 11 by 8.5. Here, it's showing that the width is 10.98 by 8.48, which is very close to 8.5 by 11, right? But the resolution here is 182. And to print at the highest quality for this size page, you really want 300 pixels per inch, 300 DPI or dots per inch. There's a complicated explanation for the difference between your printing resolution and your screen resolution, but the gist of it is you really want it to be 300. And so for this reason, this is why I don't create much in Canva. I want you to get the very highest quality images that you can. And so that's why I create in Photoshop. However, if you buy from a creator who does create the majority of their stuff in Canva and you haven't noticed any problems with pixelation, keep doing it. It's fine. As you know, if you've watched any of my videos before, I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. And so I love it that y'all want to have and always comment and leave reviews about how beautiful the images are. I love that. That makes me so happy. So I'm glad. Okay, but if you want to make the lines you want, here's a great solution. Okay, so let me show you one other way that you can use this. So I'm going to add a page. I've got another image in here, but look, it's a portrait orientation. So let me show you how you can do this. Now, I do think this is an option in the free version of Canva, but I am not positive. So please don't quote me on it, but it may be. This is somewhat of a newer option in Canva. I think it's probably been out about 6 or 8 months. But you can just click on this little menu button here, and then you can go to more, custom size. I'm going to drop this 2 inches, and I'm going to say I want width 8.5, height 11. I'm going to create a new page, and you can create various documents and different sizes in the same document in Canva. And that's kind of it. That is a new feature. Still one that a lot of people don't know about, but it's super handy. Super handy. When I do some of my mock-ups, I create some of them in Canva, and that's really, really handy. So I would do the same thing here. I would right-click, set images background, and you get this. Now, you can kind of see it dropped over to the side, and it's not created like that. So what I probably would do is do my little trick with option and dragging it, and you can see there that it stayed on the correct size. So that's just something, little tip. Okay, and so these are cards that are from my Patchwork of Praise kit for the devotional journal. And you may want to take these cards, and maybe you don't like your handwriting, or maybe you want to do something fancy or different. So you can actually take these, put them in Canva, and then add a text box. You want to drag your text box right here, and maybe you want to change your font. So I'm going to do Anna's Rusty Typewriter, which I do not believe is a Canva font. I'm sure that I uploaded this myself. And let's say I want to type something here. Maybe you want to put a verse here, or maybe you want to put something you're grateful for. So you can write, I'm grateful for, and then make your little box. You could even drop it down. You can change this color. You could make this and then not type anything and then handwrite the rest. That's an option. So if you want to change the color here, all you have to do is hit the little A here, and then you can pull colors directly from your photo. Now this is my other page. You wouldn't want to grab something from there, but you could grab something here or leave it dark enough. You could also, if you want to, drop down the opacity of these so that you can see this a little bit clearer around the florals. Of course, you could drag around the florals and all that stuff. And there's just endless things. Honestly, there's a lot that you can do in Canva as far as formatting. So it's really fun. But you can just take your image here and go right up here to transparency. And then you can change your transparency right here. So if you want to drop it down and make these pages lighter so that your text really pops, shows up here, you can do that. And you can even do like a straight white. Probably wouldn't do that now that I've changed the opacity, but there you go. And Command Z or Control Z will get you backwards. And in Canva, which is different from Photoshop, there doesn't seem to be a limit to how backwards you can go or how many times you can undo, which is great. But in Photoshop, it's limited. I think it's like 10. So you can use this. You could, and then you could, if you want to use that same font, put it over here. You could do that, and we can just, you can just play with all the things that you would want to write in here. And you can curve it, and there's just lots of things. If you want all caps, you can hit this button and do that. So anyway, that is a quick tutorial on making some edits with my pages in Canva. And I hope you enjoyed it. I would love to know what questions you have about Canva, and that way if I make another video on Canva in the future, I would love to answer all your questions. So let me know in the comments what questions you have, and I hope this has been helpful, and you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.